So number one is belief. No surprise coming from me. It's important to believe in what you're all about and believe in the mission. And believe breaks down to me is believe in what you're doing. So have passion, right? Whatever project you're working on, you need to believe in it. You need to have the passion behind that project. It's believe in yourself, having the confidence to know that you can do this and believe that it's going to work out. So have the conviction to keep going and to follow through. At the end of the day, what really helps is remembering your why. What is the big thing that you are trying to accomplish with your business, with your idea? Because that can help you stay motivated. Because sometimes you get so lost in the weeds of the day-to-day grind that you forget about the big purpose, the big mission that you're on. And for me, remembering why I'm doing this, what the reason is behind something, that can help you get through those hard times, those dark days. So believe and remember why you're doing this. Being an entrepreneur is one of the hardest things you'll ever do in your life. Whether you go all in financially or not, you're gonna go all in emotionally. And a lot of people, they can't cut it. They can't get the calluses fast enough, and so they quit. That's gonna be one of the biggest tests for you as you get off and build your business. Do you have the mental fortitude to keep going, keep driving, keep building your business in the face of all obstacles? It's the ultimate endurance test. It's the ultimate test to see what you're made of. When I first started my company, I knew it was going to be hard, but I didn't think it would be this hard. You never think it's going to be as hard as it actually is. I was making $300 a month. I turned down $100,000 a year, 6 figures, working for my dream job company to make $300 a month and own 30% of a company. I eat beans for lunch every day. The same bean salad for lunch, mixed beans with olive oil and herbs and garlic and salt and a little pepper because it was cheap and it would fill me up. And when I wanted to splurge, I would go to the store and get the chunky Campbell's soup clam chowder. It was a little bit more expensive, but also fill me up. When we went to celebrate a win, we would go to McDonald's and get a McDonald's French fries, large fries, and share it between the 3 of us because that's what we could afford. Couldn't afford the whole meal. And even to this day, the smell of McDonald's French fries means victory for me. It's the most unhealthy thing in the world, but it still means victory for me. I made it even harder on myself in that I isolated myself and I didn't tell my friends that I was struggling. I had to pick one thing a month that I could go to, one friendly, social pizza and beer kind of thing per month. Because that 20 bucks I didn't have, because I'm only making 300 a month. So I isolated myself, I turned inwards. I was too embarrassed and ashamed to tell my friends who are off making $80,000, $100,000 a year, starting salary at a university, and I'm making 300 bucks a month. I was too embarrassed and ashamed. And so I told them, I'm hustling, I'm living the entrepreneur life, I'm grinding, but really, I was struggling. I had no idea what I was doing. This thing was tearing me apart. And it got to the point where I actually quit on my business partner. I told him I quit. It's easy to quit on something and not get results when you know that you're not putting in the effort. But I was putting in the effort every single day, showing up to my business partner's dining room table because everything else was too small in his place to fit us. Putting in the effort every single day, trying to build and grow this business, and it wasn't working. I felt worthless as a human. Like, why are we not getting results? When will we start to get results? And I was fed up and tired, and I told him I quit. Like, I need to find a way to be useful, to feel valuable as a human. And so I told him I quit. And then I woke up the next day and said I can't quit because I haven't given it everything that I've got. And so there's a 2-step process that saved me, that I hope will save you if you're feeling down and out and it's tough and you're not getting results. The first step is use regret to fuel you. I imagine my life at 100, looking back on this moment, saying, would I regret quitting? It's very rarely the things that you do that you regret, it's the things that you don't do. So would I regret not continuing? Would I regret not giving it my all? And I try to adopt the mantra that I would rather know and fail than not know. I would rather know and fail than not know. So I had to see this through. Even if the answer was total failure, even if it never worked out, I had to see it all the way through just to know, because otherwise that regret would eat me up. And so number one, use regret. when you're struggling, when it's not working out, when you're not getting results, imagine yourself being 100 years old looking back and saying, if you quit now, if you stop, if you don't keep going, will you regret it? Number 2 is model success. The next thing that saved me was I asked myself that next morning after I quit and then decided I need to go back because I can't live with regret. I asked myself, who has done this before? Who has built a software company up? I can't be the only person who's tried to do this. And I looked at Bill Gates, who started Microsoft, and not how he makes an extra $1 million now, but 0 to 1. How did he do that? How did that happen? I studied his success. I modeled his success. I applied it to my company and pretty shortly got my first deal for $13,500. That may not seem like a lot of money, but to me back then, it was hitting the lottery. I'm making $300 a month. Now I just made a deal for $13,500. That was hope. That was real. That was putting money in my bank account. That was being able to have a full meal at McDonald's. And more important, it gave me a model that I could do again and again and again. I closed another deal and another deal and another deal. And our business started to take off. And ever since, that was 20 years ago, I used the same 2-step process.
So this is a test series I'm doing of old Evan versus new Evan, and you could see the growth and the progress, but hopefully learn in the process as well. I'd love to know what you think, if the series should continue or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you want to see my last Evan versus Evan video on how to have more confidence, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Really, because I feel it's one of the most important things that you can do. It's understanding what you stand for as a human being, because you will likely say,